Hi, Daniel Peck here, and before we get started, I wanted to ask a favor. Live at the Bop Stop is nominated for a People's Choice Podcast Award. These are the industry's oldest awards, and we're up for one in the music podcast category. To vote, all you have to do is register at podcastawards.com, log in, and choose Live at the Bop Stop from the list below the music category. You can vote for your other favorite podcasts in other categories while you're there, but I hope you'll vote for us under the music podcast category. Once again, the ballot is available at podcastawards.com. Just register and vote for Live at the Bop Stop under the music category between now and July 31st, 2023. Thanks for a moment of your time, and now, on with the show. Hi, I'm Daniel Peck, and welcome to Live at the Bop Stop. While Brent Hamker and Tim McDonald regularly grace the stage as members of Ernie Krivda's Fat Tuesday Big Band, they do occasionally like to stretch out a bit and flex their musical muscles as a duo. Tim McDonald tours the U.S. as a member of backing bands with Dean Cohen and Mark Russo, and Brent Hamker's guitar is featured regularly as part of more Avant Garde partnerships, usually with Tim Mirth. This April 8th, 2022 performance marks their debut on our stage as a duo. Featuring Brent Hamker on guitar and Tim McDonald on saxophones, this is McHamker, live at the Bop Stop.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Happy Friday. We are McHamker. We'll talk about that later. The first tune that we played was a Wayne Shorter composition called El Guacho. And the second one we played was one of mine called Night Market. And have any of you ever been to the Night Market? Well, I don't know if they... Yeah, that's what that song's about. That's what that song's about, guys. All right.
I knew that. I would have played it totally different.
But it's a big party, and now that I'm thinking of it, that's the first time we've ever played that, and we should close with that next time. Mental note. It got pretty crazy up here, so that's a good closer. Mental note. So we're gonna move on with a composition by Charles Mingus, and it's about a very important fossil found in the Isle of Java. It's called Pithecanthropus erectus, and I'm kind of a human evolution nerd. So, I try to say that, but then I just forget everything I read. I'm really interested in it, but I can't retain any of it. But I do know that this is a very important find, and it kind of links us in the big tree. I don't know. See, I don't retain anything, but that's the best I can do. But this is Pithecanthropus erectus by Charles Mingus. I know that's a hard one.
There's more live at the Bop Stop right after this.
Have you ever wanted to sit down with musicians and pick their brains? Ask questions like, how did you get your start? What keeps you motivated to create and play? What do you do outside of music that inspires you? Or what advice do you have for aspiring musicians? If you want the answers to those questions from a plethora of musicians and other creatives, listen to the podcast Extra Musical, hosted by me, Stephen Philip Harvey. Every Monday, we sit down with a new musician to ask them these questions in an open-ended conversation, and you'd be surprised where it leads. Extra Musical airs on your preferred podcast provider.
Hi, Daniel Peck here, back once again to remind you that Live at the Bop Stop is nominated for a People's Choice Podcast Award. These are the industry's oldest awards, and we're up for one in the music podcast category. To vote, all you have to do is register at podcastawards.com, log in, and choose Live at the Bop Stop from the list below the music category. You can vote for your other favorite podcasts in other categories while you're there, but I hope you'll vote for us under the music category. Once again, the ballot is available at podcastawards.com. Just register and vote for us under the music category between now and July 31st, 2023. Thanks for a moment of your time, and now, back to the show. You're listening to McHamker, live at the Bop Stop.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody out in Facebook land, live streaming land. If there's anybody watching, I have no idea. There could literally be nobody watching. But if you are out there, thank you for tuning in. So again, we are McHamker. And Brent and I, we've been playing for, I don't know, a while now. 5. Yeah, just hanging. Yeah, Yeah, so we really like playing with each other, and so we decided to start a group. I know, that's crazy. And we just do a mix of originals and standards, and my last name is McDonald, and his last name is Hamker, and I did not know what to call it, so I just wrote Gabe, and I was like, hey man, can I book a quartet? And let's just call it McHamker. And I don't know. It might be called something else next time. It could be called like Ham Donald, or I think that's the only other option, really. So if you see either McHamker or Ham Donald, that is this group for a future. Yeah, right. Oh, speaking of cheeseburgers, speaking of cheeseburgers and Canadian bacon, there's a new kitchen here. And is it good, guys? It's really good. Okay. It's very good. It's been only like a week old, so brand new. And the food is amazing. So please order some food and tip your bartender. We're going to play a couple more. And and then we'll take a break. And then we'll come back again. And we'll play like another set. So stick around and come say hi on the break. This next one, we're going to do 2 more again. This next one is a tune called Pigneto that I wrote. And I'm really lucky to have the privilege to travel with my family. I have a wife and 2 small children, Jake and Georgie. Hi, if you're watching. They might be watching. I don't know. They're in Columbus right now, but that's one good thing about the pandemic. Everything's live streamed now, so my kids can be out of town and they can still watch me play if they're watching. But luckily, my wife and our passion is traveling, and we do it as cheaply as possible, and we have a lot of support, so we're able to do these things. And this is about the neighborhood that we stayed at in Rome for about a month, and it's a really beautiful neighborhood. It's really gritty though. It's outside of the city center. It's on a tram line. There's a subway there, but it's really hard to get to the center. Well, not really hard, but decently hard. Hard enough where most people who want to stay in the center of a major city would be like, I'm not staying there, But we like it. It's cool. It's nobody spoke English. It was really cool. And it kind of reminded me of Cleveland a little bit. It was very gritty. And every time we were in the city center, and they, the waiter asked where we were staying, we were like, Pigneto. They'd be like, oh my God, why? But I don't know. I really don't understand because it was a really beautiful place, and I think it just has a bad rep, kind of like Cleveland. So we loved it there, and we're gonna go back, and it's like we like to call it our like second home, even though we've only been there once. So this is about that neighborhood, and it's called Pigneto. I need to introduce the band. Jeez. Sorry, I know you want to see. I know I need to stop talking, but you know Brent Hamker. The Hamker of McHamker. On bass is Kevin Martinez, who is also, he's a great composer, and he plays all over town, and he has a really cool group called Reclamation Band, which I've had the pleasure of playing with once, and it was a really fun gig. I think it was like a few weeks ago here, right? Yeah, about a month ago we played here, and it was a really great gig. And to the left of me, this is my first time playing with this gentleman, and I have always wanted to ever since we were in college, and I saw him do Buddy Rich's West Side Story, like, verbatim. And it was good, man. And I was very impressed. This is Holbrook Riles III on drums. Yeah. And he oh yeah, sorry, give it up. He also has a really cool project called Free Black, and you guys are playing April 22nd. What's it called?
The Oakdale House.
The Oakdale House in Akron.
Yes.
Yeah. The house party, so definitely go see that. Yeah. All right. So now that we know the band, Pigneto, sorry. All right. And my phone volume. Thank you so much. We are gonna do one more, and then we're gonna sit down, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna do it all again. I mean, with not the same music, different music, but different songs. Thank you very much. We started off the second set, excuse me, with a tune called Emerald, written by Ernie Krivda. And Brent and I actually have the great opportunity to be in his big band, which will actually be playing here Sunday at 7:30. It says 7, but it's 7:30. It says 7 on Facebook, but it's 7:30, in case you're coming. Yeah, Brent showed me that tune, and it's really beautiful. And yeah, it's a great tune. Ernie's a great writer. And if you haven't seen Ernie play, you should. He's a very great player. And a very important part of the scene here in Cleveland. We have a great scene. All right, so moving along. This next one, I grew up driving down to Florida for vacation, and I loved it. It's I know that people think, oh my gosh, you drive 18, 20 hours. It was amazing. I got to just sit in the back seat, and I got to draw and read, and I got to listen to music for 18 hours straight. And I just discovered so much. I would go to the library and leave before vacation and leave with 2 grocery bags full of CDs and just pop it in my CD player. Kind of aging myself right now, but I would just learn so much about music, and I've just discovered so much great music just on that long ride, just staring out the window. So I'm always yelling at my kids. I'm stare out, look at the window. Why? We're on 480. But yeah. So this is about that. One of the roads that we took down. It's called 95 South. We took 95 South, right, Dad? All right, good. Okay, just making sure. Otherwise, I'd change the name to whatever road we took. But yeah, so this is 95 South, or 95S. Thanks again, everybody. Take this off. So one more time, I just wanted to introduce the band. Brent Hamker on guitar. Bang. Yeah. Kevin Martinez on bass. Holbrook Riles III on drums. And I also wanted to give a big shout out to Gabe. Just like the culture and the space that he's created here is amazing. And it's really what we needed. Just to have access to this space and just to like be able to come in here and play music that we've written and just try things and just to be in this beautiful room. And it's because Gabe is doing what he does and he's amazing at it. And I really just wanted to thank him. I don't even know if I think he's in the kitchen. I don't even know if he's hearing this, but I don't know. Thanks, Gabe. I don't even know. But yeah, let's go. Somebody tell him what I said when he comes out, okay? I had this big thing planned and he didn't even hear it. All right, whatever. I'll talk to you later, Gabe. We got a couple more. These last two are originals. This one's called Orange Garden, and it's about an orange garden that I went to one time with my family. And yeah, I hope you like it. thanks again so much for coming out. We really appreciate you listening and just being here with us in the same room while we play music. One more time, just because I'm so grateful to share the stage with these amazing musicians. Brent Hamker on guitar. Yeah. The other half of McHamker. Kevin Martinez on bass. Holbrook Riles on drums. Again, thank you so much. Thanks to Gabe for having us. And this last one's called Nevergreen. Thanks again. Thanks so much for being with us.
Live at the Bop Stop is made possible by the Music Settlement, serving Northeast Ohio by offering music instruction, music therapy, and early childhood education since 1912. The Music Settlement's mission is to welcome all to our music and arts community to learn, create, inspire, and heal. This program is recorded at the Robert Conrad Studios at the Bop Stop in Cleveland, Ohio, and the studios of KUNV in Las Vegas, Nevada. Additional production at the Bop Stop is provided by Graham Rosen. Editing for WOBC, WNPA, and the Public Radio Exchange is provided by Dr. Pete Nagley, and for our podcast and other radio affiliates by Sean Gilbert at Gilazar Media. The executive producer is Daniel Peck, with additional consulting production by Brian Kennard and Gabe Pollock on behalf of the Music Settlement. For extended versions of all of our shows, our Live at the Bop Stop podcast can be found on your favorite podcast app or visit our website at www.themusicsettlement.org and click on the Bop Stop link. To reach out directly, email us at liveatthebopstop@gmail.com. I'm Daniel Peck. Join me again next time, live at the Bop Stop.